Hi everyone, it's Michelle with Sewing Lace for You. And today I really felt like was appropriate to make a face mask. Everyone's kind of making face masks everywhere, and I really feel like face masks are really important because of the pandemic. So let's get into making a face mask. So I made a face mask pattern right here. I can link some face mask patterns down below, but there's so many on YouTube right now that you can look up and download, even on Pinterest and stuff like that. So if you want me to link some descriptions down below, let me know in the comments and I can always go back and edit this. But as of right now, I don't think I'm going to post one just because I don't know if that's a copyright issue or not. So, but I just drew my own from a face mask that I already had. So now I am going to grab some scraps because I really feel like why get rid of scraps when you can use your old scraps. So I have some silk Charmeuse fabric that is so soft, and it's so soft on the skin. It's got a two-way stretch, so I'm going to go ahead and use that as my fabric. It's like a tan two-way stretch silk Charmeuse, and it feels so soft. So I'm really placing it on the bias because the bias is this two-way stretch part. And so if you're really looking for that stretch, you know, where it can stretch with your face instead of just feeling like it's stiff. Otherwise, when you'll talk, it'll like suck into your mouth. If you cut on the bias where you have that two-way stretch, if you talk, it'll have a little bit more room, so it won't just suck right into your mouth. It won't be so tight. It'll have more stretch and to it. So I really don't like to use pins when I'm cutting or when I'm using silk, but I really couldn't use pins because I had to still cut around it, and so I just used pins, and it worked out. It didn't hurt the fabric at all. But I typically recommend, if you're like making like a dress or something like that, to use the clips, but I really didn't want to use the clips, so I used the straight pins. And I also used a rotary cutter because a rotary cutter, you'll get a finer cut and it'll be more accurate instead of scissors. You also want to cut out that so cut out 2 right there, and then you're going to cut out 2 more, so you'll have a total of 4 pieces, so 2 pairs, because you're going to need a front and a back. So this is just something I was going to make before, like an old pattern, something I'd cut out to make. Decided not to make it, and I used that old fabric to make this project. I'm really into using like sustainable fabrics or leftover fabrics, not wasting fabrics. I really feel like a lot of fabrics every year get wasted in landfills. Sorry, not landfills, landfills. So it's really important to use your leftover fabrics because it really helps out the overabundance of fabrics that are in, I think it is landfills. I said that right, didn't I? Anyway, so yeah, so landfills. It's landfills. Basically, it's land filled with fabric and junk and trash. So, if you're wondering what the thing is on my arm, that is a Bowen, B-O-H-N. It's for your straight pins. It's a Bowen straight pin holder, and you can find those on Amazon. I'll try to link one below. So, And the rotary cutter you can find at like Walmart and stuff like that. But I'll try to link another one from Amazon down below. I do not get any type of affiliate link costs. Like, I don't get paid to do these links yet. So whatever you buy or purchase just goes directly to Amazon. Just wanted to make that clear. So now I'm going to flip the camera around and we're going to go ahead and start. Oh, I want to show you the elastic. So that's the elastic that we're going to use for around the ears. I was doing a lot of masks for a while there from this group that I was in, so I have a bunch of the elastic. It's really good to keep on hand because I make my son a lot of masks, and so, you know. So now we're just going to go straight into making our first set of mask side. Our side of the first mask. Just watching a video. I do, if you notice over there on my mirror, I do have notes to myself. They say, you are a businesswoman, and then I have another one somewhere, it must have fell down, that says stay positive. Because I do think it's encouraging to put up notes to yourself, to tell yourself, like, stay positive, you're a businesswoman, you will get this done. Stuff like that. I think that if you see those, it will help you feel encouraged. I am putting this on a 3.0, if you can't see there. And I'm on so it's a 3.0 stitch length. I'm on a 5 tension and doing a straight stitch. So go ahead and go, and then back stitch, and then go. And then if you ever feel like when you're sewing and you pick up the presser foot and you're like, man, I really don't want to lose my spot, rotate it towards you, the wheel, and put the needle in to the fabric and push up your presser foot and then turn your fabric whichever way that you're looking to turn it. So that way it keeps the needle into the fabric so you don't lose your place or whatever you're doing. So that's the first set. It's nice, soft, it's silky. And then now we're going to go ahead and do the back or the front, because this is a reversible face mask. So sorry, I'm trying to move my computer because I didn't really want the video to play on here because I just didn't feel like that was right, but I couldn't get the video or the computer to get out of the way and let me be able to have my video show, so I decided to pull my camera over. And it worked out. So sorry about that. I was watching Natalie Barbu because I love that girl. And I totally think she's phenomenal. And she has a lot to say. And she's very educated. And she talks about a lot of educational stuff in the world. And I just find her, she's just bad to the bone to me. And I just love that girl. So I think she's very encouraging. So we're just going to go ahead and sew, like I said, back stitch, sew straight through with a straight stitch, 3.0 length with a tension of 5. Because it is silky fabric, so you do want to make sure that you have a nice, good, solid stitch tension. Because if you don't have a good, solid tension, then it can really suck the fabric into the bottom inside of the machine, and it's mistakes can really ruin the whole project that you're working on. So there we go. We have the second one done. So now we're going to put those two together, right side to right side. And then I always put like a little pin at the top where the nose part is, because that way it kind of helps hold the fabric together, especially since this is a silky fabric. You really want to keep it together. So I'm just lining up the fabrics. Sorry, I thought my camera was angled down more, but apparently it wasn't. So I apologize for that. What I'm doing, I'm just lining up the fabrics, and now I'm going to put them underneath. Press a foot down. And like I said, I'm going to put my needle into the fabric because it's going to help me move it along a lot faster. Because this is very slippery fabric, you guys. If you can get the clips and clip it along the way, that will help you a ton. They're called Wonder Clips, if you're wanting to know what they're called. They have them on Amazon, and they're actually cheaper if you buy like their brand or Amazon's brand. It's a lot cheaper. Back stitch. I kept having problems with my thread catching on where it had previously been stuck into the thread, where they notch it in. Kept notching back in, and it was angering me, but I got it all fixed up. So now that's where I put my needle in. And then that is when I'm going to go ahead and roll on through. And get the job done. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. And if you haven't already subscribed, now that we're about halfway through the video, it would be so wonderful if you could subscribe to my channel. And also, if you can like and comment, even if you could like and subscribe, I'm not going to be picky, and I would be so thankful for you. I really would love if you could join my community, my sewing community. I'm trying to build up my community, and I'm so very thankful for all of you that have already subscribed. You guys are so wonderful, and I'm so blessed every day when I look at my YouTube channel and I think, oh, these people have subscribed, really love my content, and you guys comment, and it makes me feel so wonderful. It makes me feel like I'm doing something good. So now I really also, don't forget, you need to what's the word? I can't think. Sorry, my kids are upstairs arguing. We need a top stitch. So once you've stitched all the way around on the top and the bottom, you're going to turn it inside out. So then now the right sides are on the outside and the wrong sides are on the inside. And then you want to top stitch on the top and the bottom, so that it's a cleaner look. So just make sure that you're top stitching, because top stitching can make or break a project. I'm so serious, you guys. Top stitching is a major deal. Anytime you're making like a dress or a evening gown, if you make it and you don't top stitch that seam allowance down, it can really look sloppy. And also, I wanted to tell you, when I measured for my ears, what I did was I stuck the elastic in there, pinned it down, stuck it around my face like I showed you, and I decided if it was long enough. If it hadn't have been long enough when I went around it, then I would have just used what I had, but I would have put it not as far into the mask, and I would have made it work. I mean, obviously it's going to work out, obviously, so you'll make it work. Here I am pinning down the elastic for the ears, I believe. And you really want to make sure that either you measure and do what the instructions say, or you've measured it around your ears like when I do, and I show you how much I'm using. I really would like to get to 100 subscribers by the end of January. So if you guys could share this with, someone that would enjoy sewing or wants to make a mask, or, loves sewing channels or is very creative, I would love it if you could share my channel or even a video and to friends and family or just on your social media, so that way I can get my subscriber count up. Currently, I think right now I'm at 59 subscribers. So I would love to grow my channel. I'm trying to make more content for you guys. I'm going to be making more content weekly. And I also have a second channel that's a vlogging channel, but I'm trying to figure out if I can combine the two together. So stay tuned for that. And if you want to know what my other channel is called, it's Michelle Windle, Windle vlogs. So now we're just going to top stitch. After we top stitch, then that's when we'll measure how much elastic we need and go from there. Back stitch. See, it kept messing up and it was getting me angry. Happens. This machine is the Singer 100 edition sewing machine. It's the 100 edition Singer. So it's like, I know that you can't get them in the stores anymore, and people do sell them, but they're like $500. I didn't spend that, but I got it when it was actually in the stores at the 100th edition time. But that's what I'm sewing on. It actually didn't come with an arm either, so I just have to make it work. And I do. I have 3 sewing machines. I have also a Spiegel, and my very first sewing machine, which is a Brother JX something, JX 2517. And I also have a serger. I don't use my serger that often because I just don't really get the serging aspect. I haven't quite read about it and figured out how to serge really well. So I'm still learning because I want to make more lingerie. So I also have a Facebook group called DIY. It's Sewing Lace for You, DIY your lingerie and clothes. So if you'd like to join that, I can also link that below as well. So now I'm just clipping off all the threads, because threads can be your enemy. So we're just taking care of that before we go any further. I like how I have my mirror set up so that way you guys can see what I'm doing from the side end. Now, just to let you guys know, I am moving this week, so I'm going to have a different setup. We bought a house. Woo! Yay, finally. Oh my gosh, it's been a long time coming. We haven't owned our a home for 10 years. We've been renting, kind of bouncing around. And finally, we were able to save up enough money and buy our very first house to us, because our very first house didn't work out. After we lived there for a while, the market crashed, we crashed, and everything bad happened. So I built everything back up, and now we're moving. So woohoo! I'm so excited. We get the keys tomorrow after we sign our papers. So excited. So now I'm putting in the elastic and for the ears. It's really important that you don't get too much or very little, because if you have very little, it's going to pull and it's going to be very tight around the mouth. If you get too much, it's going to really have that loose effect around the nose and mouth area, and it's actually not going to fit the nose very well. I also recommend getting the metal pieces for the nose, which I have right here. They are called the aluminum wire for sewing crafts, the Higo 200 piece aluminum wire for sewing crafts on and they're 3M, and they have like a tape around them that you can put in for the nose, but I didn't use that for this. But you can get those on Amazon as well. I did. So I'm just pinning down everything again. So if you're still following along, which I'm so excited if you are, give me a big thumbs up and give me a heart in the comment section to let me know that you're still watching. I would love to see how many people are still watching. I'm sorry this is so long of a video, but I think the tutorials are very educational, and they need to be kind of lengthy so that you can be so you can know what's going on and be educated along the way. So there it is before we've sewn it. So now we're going to put in the elastic. So now watch how I measure my elastic. Okay, so pull off a little bit. Take that, drape it around the ear like I am. Look in the mirror, and if you have about 1.5 inches away from the ear, or even 1 inch like I have there, snip it. Take that piece, see how long that is? That's about 3, maybe 3.5 inches, and line it up with the other piece of elastic and snip it so that they're even. You don't want to measure and cut it. You can just cut it from the other one. And then that is how we're going to put it into the face mask and make it a really awesome face mask. guys, so it's me, Michelle, with Sewing Lace for You. I know that my video keeps going off back there. I know that you guys watched the whole making of this mask here. It's a silk mask, and as you can see, it's really comfortable. But I did just want to show you guys how to make a mask from start to finish. So I draped it out. Here is the mask pattern for women in the ears, because I was making a ton of masks for a while there. I still make masks for my son about every other week. I have to make him a new mask for school because his mask breaks down, and my daughter too, because they're kids and they go through a lot of masks. So, and then of course with mine, I like to use the Charmeuse satin silk. It's got a little bit of stretch to it, and it's just really nice on your skin. And then I like to use the neoprene for my son, and my daughter likes cotton. So, but this is what it looks like. Very nice, very comfortable. You can talk while you're wearing it, and it doesn't suck in your mouth like this. See, it doesn't suck in. It just is on. So there you go. I hope you guys liked today's video. If you liked it, please comment down below, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you in my sewing family, and like the video if you liked it. Thanks you guys, and have a nice day. I hope you have a happy holiday. Bye.